Severe weather doesn't wait for anyone to finish the job. A video captures a duo of road workers caught in the middle of a sudden flash storm. Watch.
Oh my God! We're in a tornado! We're literally in a f***ing tornado, dude. Look at the trees, geez. Oh, dude, it just crushed the crane truck. Oh my God. Dude.
Well, I lay down like
Zach and I saw that starting. Dude, this whole place is. It might flip the truck. Oh!
lay down, bro.
Holy.
I got out the machine.
Your machine.
See?
Holy shit. Dude, we were literally saying it's rotating. Holy dude.
As the storm hits, winds pick up fast, trees sway violently, and debris begins flying through the air. The workers rush to take cover in their work truck as visibility worsens. Just moments after they shut the doors, a nearby tree gives way and crashes down directly onto one of the excavators parked out front. The heavy equipment is partially crushed under the weight. Flash storms like this can generate wind gusts strong enough to uproot trees and send debris flying with little to no warning. Luckily, no one was in the excavator at the time, and the crew managed to get to safety just in time. Being stranded in rough seas is every sailor's worst nightmare, especially at night. This next video captures one such scenario unfolding in the middle of the Atlantic. In the footage, a sailboat is tossed violently by high waves under pitch-black skies. The wind howls as the boat heaves side to side, and eventually the mast snaps, leaving the vessel helpless. The captain, wearing a life jacket, is seen clinging to the top of the now disabled sailboat as water continues to batter it. Fortunately, a nearby gas carrier responds to the distress call. Crew members on the carrier toss down a life ring and manage to hoist the captain to safety using a rope harness. Nighttime rescues in open seas are extremely dangerous, especially in rough conditions like this. Poor visibility, high waves, and strong winds complicate every step. In this case, the coordination between the carrier crew and the stranded sailor likely made the difference between life and death. Cave exploration often brings people face to face with tight spaces and psychological limits. This video, recorded in Turkey, shows just how quickly things can go from adventurous to overwhelming.
Göstereyim, Serhat abiyle tam olarak burada sıkıştık. Çok dar. Ver şunu. Çıkart şunu. Yavaş yavaş çek başı. Çek. Sakin. Sakin. Yok Emir. Tamam. Git abi geri. Git abi geri. Sakin. Acelemiz yok. Acelemiz yok. Sakin ol sen. Sen sakin ol. Sıkıştım. Tamam. Evet. Hah. Ne oldu abicim? Tut abi, ne olur sakin ol. Bismillah, bismillah, bismillah. Çıkarız buradan her türlü. Sen hiç merak etme. Işığı vereyim ben sana. Evet. Evet. Hah. Bir. Hah. Çıkışa. Gitmem lazım. Gitmem. Tamam. Şöyle yapacağız. Ne yapacağız biliyor musun abi?
In the clip, A spelunker is seen trying to squeeze through a narrow rock passage deep within a cave system. As he inches forward, the tightness of the gap becomes apparent. He pauses, breathes heavily, and then begins to panic, deciding to back out. His breathing grows rapid and strained as the rock presses around him. A companion behind him remains calm, urging him to stay composed and not to panic. Navigating narrow cave passages requires not just physical agility, but strong mental control, as fear and claustrophobia can set in fast. Turkey is home to many deep and complex cave systems, and these kinds of situations are a reminder of the psychological challenges involved in exploring them. Out in open waters, even the largest vessels can be humbled by the raw force of nature. This video, filmed by sailors in the Indian Ocean, offers a look at just how rough things can get. The footage shows the back of the ship rising and falling as it's tossed around by massive waves. At one point, the stern lifts high into the air before slamming back down, only to be overtaken by a wall of water. For a brief moment, the entire rear deck disappears beneath the surface, nearly completely submerged, before the vessel forces its way back up. Situations like this aren't uncommon in rough seas, especially in regions like the Indian Ocean where swells can easily exceed several meters. Vessels operating in these waters must be reinforced, and crews trained to handle the unpredictable, often violent conditions. Harbors and docks usually offer calm, uneventful scenes. Boats tied off, water gently lapping, and people going about their day. But sometimes, even the most peaceful settings hold surprises. Before and after comparisons can sometimes be powerful, but this one is genuinely hard to process. A video captures footage of a street in Turkey just 2 months apart, before and after a major earthquake struck the region.
Evet, burası Cumhuriyet Caddesi. Farukcuğum, burası da Antakya Lisesi.
Asinehir köprüye giden yol. Cumhuriyet Caddesi. Antakya Lisesi'nin olduğu yer. Cumhuriyet Caddesi. Hala köprü başına göremiyorum yani. Düşün. Köprü başına doğru inmeye çalışıyorum hala öğretmen evinden.
Evet. Tamam. Konumuzda öğretmen evi, ondan sonra 200 metre ileride.
Evet.
Karşıya geçmek istiyorum arabayla, abimin yanına geçmek.
Evet, asker araçlar var.
In the before footage, the street appears normal, lined with apartment buildings, shops, and parked cars. People can be seen going about their lives as usual. Cut to 2 months later, and nearly every structure along that same road has been reduced to rubble. The buildings are collapsed, the road is fractured and barely recognizable, and the entire landscape looks like a war zone. What was once a functioning neighborhood is now uninhabitable. Turkey sits along several active fault lines, and large earthquakes have historically caused widespread destruction, especially in urban areas where building standards may vary. This video is a stark example of just how complete that devastation can be.